Alright, just making a video about my TAG Heuer Caliber E4. This is TAG Heuer's latest smartwatch. It's a good watch for people that like smartwatches but don't like, a smartwatch like an Apple Watch that looks like a smartwatch. This looks a lot more like your conventional normal watch. It's a lot nicer for going out, it's a lot classier and a lot dressier. I think it's quite a nice looking watch. As you can see, I got mine on the Link bracelet. I do have Apple Watches and I do like my Apple Watches. For certain occasions, I wear them to work a lot. But this is just a lot nicer watch that looks more like your traditional watch. But it gives you some of your smart features as well. Comes in this nice hard case. This is the box for it. You can also display it in here. As you can see, I've got mine sitting on the little like cushion thing, and it will just pop down in this hole. You can close it and store it just like that. That's how I keep mine when I'm not using it, because I do have multiple watches. So you can just pull this out. I'll just sit it here for a minute. This pulls off. Down inside here was where your little charging puck thing lived. Over on here on the side, it's just where the charging cable went. This little thing here is if you've got any other straps, you can store them in here. And down underneath this foam, just in here, is where your charging brick would live. So obviously I don't keep any of that in there because I keep it on my bedside table. But that's just a nice little box that it all comes in. The unboxing experience is quite nice for a smartwatch. That little box that you see there does come inside. It's got another box that it goes inside, and then there's a sleeve that goes around over the top of it. When I was at the tag store, they even threw in a hat, which I thought was quite cool, quite nice of them. Staff at the tag store were really friendly, really nice to deal with. It was actually a really good shopping experience. To the watch itself, if I just slip it off this little pillow. Like I said, this is the E4, it's the latest one. As you can see, the watch face dim there. This is your watch face when you're looking at it. When you raise it or tap it, that's your normal watch face. When it dims down to that, that's like the always on face. So that's what it will show all the time when you're walking around. When you're just standing still, it looks like that. When you bring it up and bring it towards your head more, it's not doing it now because I'm not doing enough extreme angle. There you go. But that's the watch face you'll see when you're looking at it, or you can just tap it to have it come on. These are the complications that I've had set, and the way I've had it set up. You can customize all of this just by holding on the screen. So if I tap here and hold, you can go to the little gear icon, and there's all different settings that you can do with the watch faces. You can change the way the dials look, the way the colors are, the different complications. It's way too much to go into now with all the stuff that you can change, but it's quite a cool watch, to be honest. You can also change the way the face looks now when it's on, and the ambient face, the always on face. You can change the settings of that as well. You don't have to have the smart complications like I do. You can have normal like tachometers and stuff like you'd get on your chronograph watches, so it looks even more like a real watch. I kind of like having some of the smart stuff because I am kind of used to having smart watches these days. There's a hell of a lot of watches that you can have, watch faces. You can change it to sort of whatever you want. They're quite vibrant, quite looking faces. You can download lots of them from the store. This is another one that I use quite often, is this Porsche Face. Really like this one. You can see it's got the textured and stuff on it. I also have the smart complications on that. And when it goes to sleep onto the always on function, that's the way it looks there. But if I show you here on this Porsche one, it's a good example. If I just get into the edit settings here, if I change the complications to your normal watch face instead of having the smart ones, that's what it looks like there. You'd be hard pressed knowing that this isn't a real watch when you just look at that. It doesn't even look like a smartwatch, so that's kind of cool. But it will still get your notifications. just like a normal watch. Scrolling up gives you your menu screen. But yeah, it's quite a good looking watch really. On the side here, you've got two pushers. They are in stainless steel. This whole watch is stainless steel. The bezel that you see around the outside here is a black ceramic. This is the 45mm version. It's the bigger version. You can also get it in 42mm. The bigger version fits my wrist a lot nicer. I like big watches. This digital, well, I guess it's just crown. I'm used to calling it a digital crown because of Apple Watch. But yeah, the crown here is got a rubberized texture on it. Does have the tag logo on the side of it. Underneath, you can see there is the charging little pads under there for the charger to go on. And you can see all your heart rate sensors and all your health sensors underneath under there. It does say tag HEUER and everything under there as well. There is the quick release switches here on the band. You can flick this to remove the bands and swap over to other ones. The bands are easily swappable out to other ones. Kind of similar to like what you'd do with an Apple Watch. On the back of the strap, it is a H-shaped stainless steel band. I really like it. The clasp just works like most other ones that have link bracelets. It's a nice thin one, doesn't dig into your wrist. I have found it quite comfortable. I went there actually, I was going to buy the rubber strap for this because I've never really liked link bracelets, but I tried this one on. I thought it looked really nice and it was actually quite comfortable. So far I've been very happy with the link bracelet. I'm glad I chose the link bracelet. But yeah, it's quite a smart looking watch. I can make more videos later on about more of the menus and some of the stuff. This is more just a quick look at it. This is the charging puck over here. Obviously on the back of it, it does have a USB-C connection that you'd plug into your wall. This is the little charging puck that you'd stick it on. It does have like a rubberized protection here for where the watch sits. Same within the middle in here. It's got this nice felty rubberized feeling stuff. It does have that grippy rubber stuff on the bottom of it to stop it from sliding on your table. And these are your contact points. The charger itself is magnetic, so it does hold onto the watch. You don't have to take your bands off or anything to put it on. You can simply just get the watch like so. And that would be it. If it was plugged in, it would be charging. Stays connected there quite well. As you can see, I can lift the watch up and the charger will stay connected. Charger itself, down here, this does light up. I don't really love that feature. It's quite bright at night. But you could always put a little bit of tape over it if you didn't like it. And when the watch is charging, I don't have power where I am right now to plug it in, but when it is charging, the watch face flips up this way and it has like a bedside clock mode that it will show. I'll make other videos and I'll show that more in depth, but yeah, it does that when it's charging. I found that it is also quite a bright bedside mode and it stays on all the time. I'm not in love with that feature. Some people like it, some people don't. I kind of like my room to be really dark when I'm sleeping. What I found with mine, a good little trick, if you get one of these and you don't like the bedside mode and it's annoying you, I just swiped from the top. You can get to your menus, and this little one here, if you press this, it puts it in theater mode. If you do that, the watch face will stay off all the time. So that's what I do when I'm charging it. I put it in theater mode. It just has it on my bedside table then, and the screen is never on, which I think that's the way to go if you don't like the screen being on. I've seen a lot of people online talking about not liking the bright screen and being no way to turn it off when it's charging and that. Well, that's a simple way to turn it off. Just put it in theater mode, solves all those problems. But yeah, that's what the watch looks like on its little charging stands. Quite nice. Keeps your link bracelet off the table. It's not rubbing or touching anything. Stays on there quite well. Like I said, you can lift the whole thing up with it. And when you're ready to wear it, you just pick it up and put it on your wrist. Overall, it's quite a nice little setup they've got for a smartwatch. Like I said, It's all stainless steel. This one is on the link bracelet. You can get rubber straps and other straps for it from the tag store as well. This is just my Porsche face that I have set up. There is this 02. I also like that. I've added a bit of blue color to it. Some of the other faces, your classic. These are just ones I've selected from the store. There is so many of them. You can have endless different watch faces, which is great. I got a little bit sick of all the watch faces on an Apple Watch. I've had it since they come out, you know. It's good to have something different. There's more of a digital watch face, which I will probably never use on this, because I kind of like the fact that this is my more watchy watch, if that makes sense. I don't really want it to look too much like a smartwatch, but I still want to get notifications. On the notifications, I am an iPhone user, and obviously this is a Google operating system on this. It works with my iPhone, no problems at all. So when I get messages, phone calls, emails, all my notifications from my phone will push across to this, but you cannot interact with them. So basically, when I get a message on my phone, I'll get a notification straight to my watch to say I've got a message, and it gives you a brief what the message says and who's it's from. But if you click on it, you can't reply, you can't do anything like that, which is fine for me, because I didn't find myself replying on my Apple Watch too much anyway. So this is still perfect for if you want to have your phone just sitting on a bench, walking around with your watch on, and your watch will vibrate to say you've got a phone call, and you can go over and pick your phone up, or your watch will vibrate and say you've got a message. You can read the message, and if it's something you want to reply to, you can pick your phone up and reply to it. Same with all the emails, they all come through. You can have a look at them on the watch, you can't reply. It's more of a notification center. It's not like a little phone on your wrist, more like what the Apple Watch is. So for me, that's no issue. Like I said, I do have Apple Watches, so when I want to wear an Apple Watch, I can do that and use those features. For me, I just wanted a watch that looked a bit more like a watch, but it would also give me my notifications and stuff when I wanted them. I always leave my phone on silent, and it's not always in my hand, it's in my pocket, it's on a bench. So it's good just being able to have the watch on my wrist and know that I've got messages and stuff that I need to pick my phone up and have a look. So for my use case, it's perfect. That's what I got it for. I wanted a more dressy, nicer watch to wear that does give me some of my notifications as well. So for my use case, it's perfect. I imagine a lot of other people that get these watches, it's the same type of use case. Now, the watch itself doesn't have a speaker on it, so it doesn't make any dings or dongs or any sounds when you get notifications. It does vibrate. The vibration on it doesn't work as strong as the Apple Watch, I found. The Apple Watch, you can feel it a lot easier. On this, it does vibrate, and you definitely can feel it, but I'm just picking between the two. I found that, yeah, it's definitely stronger on the Apple Watch. But overall, I'm very, very happy with it. Battery life on it so far, I haven't had it long enough to give it a full review on what the battery's like, but I'm getting a full day out of it quite easily. Not with intense use, just using it just like a normal watch. Obviously, the more you use it, the more you touch it, your settings of your brightness and stuff will affect battery life. So it's a bit hard to tell how that's going to be. I'll make more videos on that later on once I've had it for a bit longer. That green light you can see is the watch just trying to do heart rate sensors, because I keep putting my hand near it, it thinks that it's on my wrist. But yeah, it's just a bit of a quick overview on it. This is obviously the E4. Like I said, it's the latest tag smartwatch. I really like it so far. I'm really glad that I bought it. I'm really glad that I got it on the link bracelet. I think it looks great. It looks just like a normal watch. I'm sure at first glance, most people wouldn't be able to tell that this is a smartwatch. Unlike an Apple Watch, it's very, very, very recognizable as an Apple Watch and a smartwatch. That's what I really like about it. Like I said, it's a dressier looking smartwatch that looks like a watch, but you can still get notifications on it. And it does work with my iPhone. I haven't used it with an Android or Google phone, but I assume it worked perfectly on those as well. But with my iPhone, no dramas. It's getting all my notifications. Like I said, though, you just can't reply to all your notifications on the watch like you can on an Apple Watch. So For some people that would be a downside. For me, that's no dramas, because like I said, I'd prefer to reply to all my stuff on my watch, on my phone itself, not on my Apple Watch. So yeah, just a quick look at it. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. I can make some more videos about it. But this is just a bit more of a first look, sort of what it looks like out of the box. It's quite a nice looking watch. I will make more in-depth videos about it, about all the menus and screens and settings. But if there's anything else you want to know about it, or if you've got one of these, let me know in the comments, and I can make some more videos in the future. But yeah, until then, I'll see you in the next video.